Hey, what's up, beautiful people? Thank you so much for joining us on this particular stream. We get to connect, and it has and always be a pleasure to get to connect with everyone right here on the stream as we get to reflect and just take a minute to just question things that have to do with life right here on this particular platform. And as always, my name is Spikes. It hasn't changed. And it is always a delight to have you just check in, tune in with us, and just get to know what is going on with the world around you. Because right now, in this age of the social media age, and also the AI, artificial intelligence age, you do find that there is a bombardment with a whole lot of information. The problem is some of the time, or most of the time, we do not have enough time to just break down the information and digest the information and know what is true. These days it might even be difficult to tell apart between, or just tell apart between what is real and what is not, because we are living in the artificial intelligence age, and there's a whole lot of fakes right now. If you think about it, you'll realize that there's a whole lot of fakes. You'll find things, you'll find information that is made up, and you might not be able to tell apart whether that is real or whether it is not. But nonetheless, I do hope that you're doing well. And my hope is that you are also achieving what you had set to achieve at the start of the year. And right now, we're headed towards August. And I am very, very much optimistic about the prospects of a prosperous and a beautiful August. And I do hope that it is the same on your side, that you are also looking forward to a wonderful one as well. In case you haven't turned on the notifications on this channel, kindly make sure you do. It is important that you also turn on the notifications on this channel so that any other time that we get a chance to go live, you are also able to catch up with us. You're able to find that notification and join us right here on the stream. We shall be doing polls also on this particular stream because it is important sometimes to get feedback. So we shall be doing some polls on this particular stream. Like I did say in a previous live, you can also always get to connect with us. Belina 10, thank you so much for joining us on the stream. Big up to you, and I do hope that everything is going on well for you and your family. How has the month of July been for you? I hope the month has been fantastic, and I thank you so much for taking the time to join us. So today we want to really just reflect on something which is very, very important because in terms as we live in this day and age of social media and artificial intelligence or AI, people have sort of been lied or duped into things that are not really correct. Because something is trending or because something is viral, people think that that is the utter truth. You'll think that because this story is trending or because that other story has gone viral, people will think that whatever is going viral, that happens to be the truth. But nonetheless, I just wanted to reflect on the Socrates school of thought because there's a quote, very, very, I think almost everyone of us knows this particular quote by Socrates, which says that the unexamined life is not worth living. And for Socrates, because when he lived, he spent most of his times in the marketplace in Athens. And in Athens, he used to go around, asking important questions that have to do with life. And the point is, sometimes we do believe things because they have been said so many times or because they have been passed down to us. And we tend to think that these are ultimate truths, and we do not question these particular truths. For example, in your family, there are things that you hear that did happen or some things that do happen even right now in your family. And you tend to think that those things are actually the truth. And you have never taken your time to just examine, some of these things that are passed down from your family or even in school, or even in your workplace. You find people talking about these things and their narratives in your workplace, and no one really takes the time to ask important questions or to examine why these particular things are said, whether they are true or whether they are not. But for Socrates, he did say that the unexamined life is not worth living. And it is very, very important that in this day and age, you take your time to really question things. You take your time to examine things and find out, is there a truth in this matter, or what is the truth in this particular matter? For Socrates, he did actually did make questions, about what is justice, what is truth. And when you look at justice these particular days, there are so many there's so many ways in which people want to define justice, or so many ways in which people want to put across a truth. But the point is, without you taking your time to question things or to examine things, then you're going to be living in a very, very dangerous world. And what I would say, just like echoing what Socrates did also say, is that he who knows that he knows nothing knows best. There are people who think that they know everything. There are people who think that right now, the ChatGPT or Grok or Gemini or all these other platforms, they will give you the full expanse of knowledge or truth. But you realize that not to be the case. There will be a whole lot of things that you need to question yourself. You need to examine yourself so that at the end of the day, you are able to find out what is the truth or what is not the truth. It is very, very important. Nonetheless, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed or turn on the notifications, please make sure you do. Belina, thank you so much. I do hope that your days are coming up. It's wonderful. And for the month of August, there are so many things that do happen in August. I don't know whether you're celebrating your birthday in August, but in August, over the holidays, there are so many things and that happened. And there are also narratives, that happen with August. For example, in Kenya, you're told that over the August holidays, there are so many traffic or road accidents in the Kenyan roads. There are so many things and that. And some people tend to believe and buy into that. And you have to ask yourself important questions. Not everything that you will be told that is the truth. You need to question things and you need to know the truth. Sly Kiri, thank you so much for joining us. I do hope that your day is coming up just fine. Thank you so much for joining us on the Homeland Africa Live. And today we are saying, or we are echoing a point from the Socratic school of thought, and we are saying, the unexamined life is not worth living. The unexamined life is not worth living. And you have to question yourself. For Socrates, he did question in terms of ethics, human ethics, and how people also relate to each other, and how people relate to things that are very close to the heart. For example, truth, for example, justice. There were so many questions that he did get to raise. And also, when you look at the core or the tenets of the Socratic school of thought, there is the issue of the virtue as knowledge. Virtue, knowledge has to be sought. You have to seek knowledge, and one of the tenets is virtue as knowledge. And if you do have virtue, and you the way you also relate to each other, and the values that you have for humanity, and the way you treat other people, that he also considered to be knowledge. Virtue to also be knowledge according to the Socratic school of thought. There was also the care of the soul, because your soul, at the end of the day, you have to take care of, take care of your soul in a very, very good way, because in this day and age, we would say that humanity has left people's hearts. If I could just use those particular words, humanity has left people's hearts. And therefore, you do find that people no longer value virtues. There is no value for virtues. These days, it's all about getting rich, taking as much as you can from other people. And that is the big problem. Another core of these particular school of thought by Socrates, or the Socratic school of thought, is that there need to be a constructive doubt. And when you have constructive doubt, this means that you do not take everything, on the superficial level. You are also able to take your time and are also dig into things. You are also able to dig into things. You are also able to make important questions, because right now, as you live in these day and age, there's a whole lot of information. By the time you wake up in the morning, you do find, and you use your gadget, you will find so many notifications, and on your groups, on your networks, or on your communities. And when you find all these particular notifications, you might be, sometimes there's a bombardment, like I did say, with this information, and most of this information is not correct. So therefore, it is important that you question things. It is important that you have constructive doubt. it is important that you examine things and not just take stories and narratives. It is very, very important. And that way, you are also able to, expand your knowledge. Virtue as a knowledge, you're also able to have virtue according to your constructive doubt. According to your constructive doubt. That is why it is very, very important. So thank you so much. I want to thank Belina for joining us on the stream, and also for Sly for joining us on the stream, and also everyone else that has joined us on the stream for today. I would say thank you so much. Never take your company for granted. For those who haven't subscribed to this particular channel, thank you so much. Please make sure you do subscribe. And also, we do have a whole lot of poetry and prose, and also wonderful articles that you can find online. Some of them are found on monadispites.blogspot.com. You can find them on there, poetry and prose. And most of these poetry and prose is just reflective on the state of not the state, but the nature of humanity. And right now, there's so many things going on. And one of the things I would say is just take care of your mind. Take care of your mind, because we do say that garbage in, garbage out. And whatever you choose to consume, there's a whole lot of things going on. Some of these are challenges on TikTok. Some of these are challenges on whatever other platform. And you realize that most of these things that you come across, some of them happen to be, just draining and taking you the wrong way. So therefore, it is important that you examine, because we do say that unexamined life is not worth living. Make sure you examine things. Some of these things might be viral, they might be trending, and there's a notion that if something is trending, that if it's viral, then it has to be right, it has to be correct. But that is wrong. It doesn't mean that because something is trending, it is correct. Because something is viral, it is true. That is that sometimes the algorithm. Right now you're living in the age of the algorithm. The algorithm might push this information to you, and it is not even correct. It is not even factual, and therefore you do find that there is a problem with that as well. So thank you for those that have joined us. I want to wish you a productive day, and also as we get into the month of August, I want to wish you a productive one. And I hope that the universe gets to serve you with all those desires that you do have for you to get to the next level, because at the end of the day, everyone has their personal goals, or even goals that you need to achieve. And the universe will actually also guide you and serve you with all the tools that you need to elevate and also get into that next level. So much peace and love. Till next time, my name is Spikes, and like I did say, we shall be getting to just do this live and other uploaded content. Some of these are research, some of it might be research material, and also hopefully documentaries as well. But for now, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button as well. Please hit the like button as well. And that would also be important, because it also helps these get to also other viewers and other audiences as well. So if you haven't turned on the notifications, please make sure you turn on the notifications, and also please make sure that you hit the thumbs up or the like button. And that is all for now. Till next time, much peace and love. Make sure you follow and subscribe, and have a happy, productive rest of your day. See you next time. Take care.